Hey, welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray with my amazing co-host on Tuesdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do it as of this day today. Robert Kennedy, good to see you here. Lanika Johnson, good to see you here. And all the friends and family on BWC, that is Breakfast with Champions. Those who are hearing the sound of my voice, live right now, or hearing it years later when I'm dead and gone. BWC Breakfast with Champions on Clubhouse is alive and well. So I do encourage you to really be here, especially if you're lonely. You want to be about faith, about finance. You want to hear other people in the morning. And Lanika, what I mean by that, Lanika, it came out wrong. But
lonely?
Let me see. Now I got to unpack this whole thing. Mary Lynn's like, Ramon, what a terrible way to promote our brand.
You want to be lonely.
Come on. Lonely.
Lanika, can you help me dig myself out of what I said? What I'm trying to say is my case, Lanika. I don't work in the cubicles of America. I don't work in a big gleaming tower, Robert. So what I'm trying to say is when I get up, you cannot fight against what God has put in us. You want to hear other people. That's why some of our grandparents or some of us, you click on the TV and nobody's there. Come on, you know you got a family member like that. So that's what I meant. Did that help for Lanika? Because you almost spit your coffee out when I said if you're lonely, be in BWC.
You think you're lonely now?
Y'all not going to even help me.
Let's go.
BWC, anybody in BWC side, can y'all help me? Do you know what I'm saying, or y'all gonna mock me too?
When you're alone, as opposed to lonely.
Oh, Mary Lynn, that's exactly what I think. That's what I should have said. Mary Lynn, when you're alone. Yes, okay.
Alone, A-L-O-A-N. Alone. There we go.
A-N, okay.
This is
It's only 5 o'clock here, man.
Words matter. Mary Lynn, you said it right. So that, you know what, Mary Lynn, that's what I'm going to start to say. If you're alone and you want to be around other humans, come to Breakfast with the Champions. Faith, family, fitness, money, finance, motivation, and all the things. And also, though, if you're lonely, come on to BWC. We'll get you.
You're going to stick on that, ain't you?
I'm going to stick on it. It sounds juicy. You're like saying I was fired from the United Nations, Robert. It just sounds better. All right, everybody, let's get this show on the road again. Ramon Ray, Robert Kennedy III, Lanika E. Johnson. Lanika, tell the people who you are, what you do, who you serve, who you want to talk to, where people should go to as we get the juiciness and the substance of this show going on today. But right at the top, Lanika, tell us who you are and a little bit of who you are and what you do.
Good morning. I'm Lanika E. Johnson, CEO of Press Staffing and Trash Logic. I help women find freedom in their lives. So if you are looking for freedom in your business and you need to hire a virtual assistant or remote staff, reach out to me at pressstaffing.com. I am at Lanika Johnson, 2 eyes on Instagram. Also, same name on LinkedIn, everywhere that you can go on social. That's my name.
Love it. Pressstaffing.com, and see Lanika E. Johnson for a lot of other things she does. She's a poppin' human, wonderful lady. And Robert Kennedy, good to have you here. Tell the people all about you and who you are and what you do. And we'll be talking more about what you do in the coming throughout the hour. We'll be diving into this, but still feel free, Robert, to talk to the people about who you are.
Love it, man. Thank you, Ramon. Robert Kennedy III, RK3 is what the cool people call me. I'm the president of Kinetic Communications. We work with small business leaders, and we teach them how to build their brand, boost their leads, and skyrocket their sales using the vehicle of communication. And that's what we do in this world. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here with you. And starting tomorrow, April 23rd and 24th. I know Ramon's like, dude, I set you up. Platter here. Starting tomorrow, April 23rd and 24th, myself and 14 other phenomenal, fantastical experts and speakers, presenters like the inimitable Ramon Ray will be speaking for the Amplify Voice and Video Influence Summit. Listen, if you want to figure out how you can communicate with confidence, how you can amplify your influence, get more sales, then you want to make sure that you are in the space, in the place. AmplifyVoiceAndVideoSummit.com. Get registered. We're going to be 8:30 a.m. to about 5 p.m. It's going to be jam-packed. It's going to be fire. Come on through.
Just yesterday and yesterday's practice, Robert, it was amazing just the people you had there. Even that lady with that sultry voice. I don't know if it was her mic or what. I didn't even see her. I just heard her voice. I was like all in. But Robert, let me ask you a question, Robert. BWC is the place for lonely people. Now, if we're lonely, can we also come to the Amplify Voice and Video Summit? If we're lonely, should we also stop by, Robert?
Yes, you should actually stop by. And even what I would recommend to extricate you from your loneliness, bring a friend. Come on, register and bring a friend to the Amplify Voice and Video Summit. AmplifyVoiceandVideoSummit.com, the place where lonely people reunite.
Oh, Lord, I love it. I love it. And
Reunite. So they met already.
I don't know. We doing this on the fly. Ramon is like just feeding us stuff.
trying to-
Where are these lonely people?
All right, listen, and I got something going on today as well, Robert Lanika, with our mutual friend, Adrian
Yeah.
Simpson, those who want to get corporate clients. Christina, what can I say, Christina Howard? It's just how the show is going today. Those who want to get corporate clients, you want to raise the elevation of your business. You're lonely running your business with just small business owners like yourself, and you want to get more people. You want to work at corporate clients. You want to get corporate buyers. Many people know my story working with Dell and Zoho, Verizon, AT&T, and more. Whole different mindset shift of training we're doing today, bit.ly/get corporate clients, bit.ly/get corporate clients, bit.ly/get corporate clients. I definitely encourage you to do it. So let's begin the show today, Lanika and Robert. And please remind me, Robert, to amplify and put that link up from time to time, etc. As we do the show, I do want to pause on the BWC side. Anybody wanted to share anything? Anybody didn't get a chance to share anything from Amelia's segment or anything you want to share before we dive into our episode for the next 51 minutes on the Rundown with Ramon show? Let me just pause for a bit. And thank you, Trisha, for those hands raised of applause of whatever you call the two hands up like this. Anybody else? Yeah, the woo woo woo. Thank you, GA. Go ahead, GA. Talk to me.
Ramon, I'm not lonely, but what if my appointment calendar is lonely? Can I still come?
Ooh, GA. That is powerful, GA. If your appointment calendar is lonely, yes, you can come as well. Sign up for the event, whether you can be there in person or not. You can go to Robert's event. You can go to my event. Let me tell you this thing, GA. For a person of your stature who knows numbers, if you buy 2 tickets to both events, you get 2 tickets to the event, GA. So think about that.
No, that math is math.
Man,
right
I love
there.
your math. I love your math.
Yeah.
And GA, remind the people who you are, because you're speaking, GA, not just to a BWC audience who knows you quite well, but tell the people, even though they can hear your voice only on the video side, GA, who you are, and a little bit of who you are and what you do. Please shout out yourself, GA. I know you're a numbers man, financial man, and more. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Oh, man, I appreciate it, Ramon. My name is G.A. Pimpleton. I am your wallet and money obstetrician. Yes, I make wallets pregnant and bank accounts have triplets. So I do that in every facet from birth into death. We do everything, and we run Akudo Capital Financing and Blue Sky Capital Financing for small to medium businesses and TPA Holdings Company. I appreciate you, Ramon. Blow it up, man.
Oh, thank you. Robert Kennedy loved your
Dude, I'm getting ready to rewrite my entire pitch right now. A wallet obstetrician. Like, whoa. Yeah, that makes somebody stop and pay attention, doesn't
It's made me pay attention, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And Lanika, I know you have an event coming up too. Anybody else on the BWC side wanted to jump on
Mary
in?
Lynn.
Mary Lynn, what's up? Talk to us.
Are you on Facebook too today? I went to go comment because
yeah, thank you.
I heard Lanika, if you think you're lonely now, just wait until tonight.
Hey.
Comment on it, but I couldn't find you.
Yeah,
So-
you know what? I think so. Thank you for asking.
Not
It should
today.
have been on
Okay.
Facebook, but I think I hit the wrong buttons, and unfortunately, it is not there. You know, that's pretty sad because I think I can't. I don't think I can add it there after the fact. But thank you, Mary Lynn. Yeah, sadly, it is on X, but I know everybody loves X. Everybody loves. Let me stop. Let me just not even. It's okay. For Lanika's sake, just.
Well, good. I won't go aimlessly hunting.
But it is
and
being
with
streamed on
directions.
YouTube Zone of
Okay.
Genius. Yes, thank you, Mary Lynn. for
Okay,
asking.
we'll go there. I'll go there. Thank you.
But what I wanted to talk, and anybody else, listen, I love the BWC conversation. Anybody else on BWC want to jump on in? I got content here, but let me just pause one more time. All right. So what I wanted to, please, who's this? I heard a voice.
What's happening? It's
Hey,
Tony C.
Tony, what's going on, brother? Talk to me.
Man, all is well. All is well. Excited because the 21-day Spring Shred Challenge takes off. We're off and running today. Just want to shout out to everyone who's participating. I see Trisha here, a few others, but I don't want to, take up too much time. Just want to send a salute to them and thank them for trusting me by joining this 21-day Spring Shred Challenge, Ramon.
21-day spring shed challenge. Now, those who are listening to your voice, I'm streaming also on video online, and many may not know your voice, Tony. First, can you tell the people who don't know you, especially streaming across? I'm looking right now. I think it says 12,000 people are watching this on video. I think it says 12,000. I can't read the number. Tony, who are you? What do you do? Briefly, just give us a recap of who you are for those who are hearing your voice on video.
Real quick, long-time radio personality in the Savannah, Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, now Houston market. Health and wellness expert. You can check me out at tcifitness.com. I have the fitness app, which I'm doing the 21-day challenge through. Also an epidemiologist. I work in opioid overdose. I track the occurrences and help the city of Houston find measures to lower that number on a daily basis and protect our great city. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell, Ramon.
Well, thank you, and congratulations again to those on the 21-day Spring Shred Challenge. Glad you all are here. So thank you, Tony, for shouting that out. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Ramon.
You're welcome. Let's dive into it, Robert and Lanika. What I wanted to talk about today is to touch on one thing, and one thing is just the aspect, Lanika, that sales does work. Sounds maybe, Ramon, duh, but as I've shared before to many, Lanika and Robert, I've been marketing for much of the years of my business, content, blah, 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 which has worked. It's gotten me visibility and I've gotten sales from it, but it's really been, I'm learning only recently, largely, Lanika, it's been a marketing function, the podcast, the live, the articles, and all those things. There's cousins to it, so I don't want to be too minutia. But I realized the last few weeks, and I'll turn to you first, Lanika, is that I've been doing purposeful, active sales, going on LinkedIn, DMing people. You know what people do to us all the time. Hi, my name is so-and-so.
Right.
It's a little annoying, but I must say it is a numbers game because most people who DM me, they are well within the realm, Lanika, I must say, of what I could do. I just don't need their service. Hey, Ramon, I noticed you're doing videos. Do you need a video editor? So in fairness to them, kudos to them doing what I'm doing. And my point is, for example, I just got an email back from a billion-dollar company who you all know and use their services, e-commerce company, whose name I'll leave off. She got back to me. Hi, executive. I DM'd her cold on LinkedIn. Now, in fairness, Lanika and Robert, she's connected to me only X degrees away. You feel what I mean? But the fact that this high-level executive said, Ramon, yeah, I'd like to talk to you. Can't do it now, but get back to me end of May. Let's see what we can do. I'm like, if I'm doing it now because of poverty, doing it now because I'm forced, doing it now because post-COVID, things are slower. But Lanika, sales work. So any thoughts on that? And Robert, let's just touch on that. Let's pull that thread just about proactive sales. And people may think what they've been doing is marketing, but maybe they need to do more sales. Lanika, what do you think about that?
Well, yeah, I think it's a really good conversation for entrepreneurs to have. That sales is sales and marketing is marketing, but sales is a function of marketing, right? But I think it's really important to understand that if you are not actively selling in your business and you don't have a sales mechanism in your business will stall out, right? A lot of times we get comfortable when we feel like we have enough clients. And what happens when that pipeline dries up because you have not been doing what you need to do to continue to fill that pipeline? I always tell my sales team, if you constantly have people in your pipeline, you're never worried about who's leaving you. You can have conversations with people that, want to leave you, but you're not freaking out and you're not stressed out, right? And you don't smell of desperation because you have enough in your pipeline to replace anything that might fall out of it. And I think there's not enough entrepreneurs who are doing sales. A lot of entrepreneurs just start because they're good at something, right? They're good at making this widget or they're good at baking bread, but they've never really thought about sales. And this is what I hear a lot. I'm not a salesperson though. Yes, you are. You sold yourself to your husband. You sold yourself to your wife, right? You sell yourself every day. You're selling your donuts. You're selling whatever it is. You're still selling. You may not be as effective as you'd like to be at it, but you're still selling every day. So yeah, sales is so important. And there's so many entrepreneurs that are struggling because they refuse to do sales. And I'll give you one quick example, then I'll
please.
So I had a client who was a photographer, and she was saying, I'm just not getting enough work to stay, to stay in business. I'm going to have to go back to corporate. And I was asking her, what are you doing on a daily basis to bring in clients? She's like, well, I'm just not a salesperson. I just kind of go off of word of mouth. And so I had her come to my house, sit at my table. I was like, okay, we are going to Google every single preschool in this area, and you are going to call them and you are going to offer them a package for their preschoolers, right? Because elementary schools usually have their things set up, but preschoolers, a lot of them have no one that's doing pictures, and the parents would love these pictures because you're a fantastic child photographer. And she booked 8 appointments that day just from sitting on the phone calling people, because no one ever called them to ask them if they would like to have a photographer come in and take pictures of the kids. And they were super excited about it. So you just don't know because you're afraid to try. And all I say is, like, just get over yourself if you want to stay in business and make those cold calls. You're just gonna have to get over it.
And let me ask you a question, a follow-up to that, and Robert, jump in. Lanika, this is a serious question. And I know when Ramon prefaces it's a serious question, you're already thinking it's not serious, but it is serious.
Okay.
What happens, Lanika, if it's an ugly baby? Does she give a discount? Does she raise a price? Does she just skip it? I'm serious. Like, if it's an ugly baby, what does she do to parents? The baby just butt ugly. What happens?
I think that is really the superpower, right? When you're a photographer, is you make that ugly baby look like the most beautiful, precious baby in the world.
And you don't say anything. Keep the price the same. Would you keep the price the same, Robert?
Okay. All babies, even ugly babies matter.
Okay.
All babies matter.
Robert Kennedy. You can follow that, Robert. Get back to the
That's where we go.
Robert, the producer.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
man.
Well,
so, there are two things that I want to share. Number one, I made a post on LinkedIn this morning. Didn't know we were talking about this, but I made a post on LinkedIn this morning about sales. And I just started out saying, I used to think sales was only for people with suits, quotas, and business cards, right? And it really comes, I brought in the book from Daniel Pink called To Sell is Human, right? And Daniel Pink in the book talks about how, just what Lanika said, how we sell all the time. And what happens is that we have been hurt, or we have been bamboozled, or we've had an experience with sales where it felt icky, whether that was the stereotypical used car salesman, or we got scammed by somebody, we bought something and it didn't work. And so we think about ourselves, and we don't want to be criticized as bad salespeople or slimy or sleazy salespeople. And so we stay away from it. But the truth is, we're selling all the time, whether that is you convincing your kids to eat broccoli, or you're deciding with your friends which restaurant to go to, or you're pitching a client. All of that is sales in some way. So it's about reformatting or reframing what we think about as sales. But that said, a friend of mine, Sharon Washington from this area, she does this class on marketing, and she says it like this. She says, PR gets you seen, marketing gets you leads, sales gets you paid. And a lot of us are doing marketing work and wondering why we're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Right?
That's deep. Say it again. Say that again, Robert.
PR gets you seen, marketing gets you leads, sales gets you paid. So if I'm getting the leads, I've got to do something with those leads to then bring them to the next step. Right? So if I'm just saying, okay, well, I'm posting on social media. Okay, great. That's a marketing activity. Oh, well, I'm going on somebody's podcast. Great. That is a marketing activity. Okay. What's the next step after that? You've got to have conversations. You've got to have a funnel. You've got to have something that creates a conversion activity of some sort. And that's not about you convincing people. It's about you recognizing the challenge that they have, and then just saying, hey, raising your hand. Yep. I've got a solution for that problem. I've got a solution for that challenge. Here it is.
And go ahead, Lanika, please.
I was going to say that marketing, right, is what sets the conditions for the sale. So a lot of times people are just marketing and then not doing the next step, right? So you're all over the place. But then when do you actually ask for the sale. When you take that last step and ask for the sale, right? So you've set it all up, right? It's all set up for you. And all you got to do is ask for the business.
And I'm seeing here, Robert and Lanika, that, you know, my own business, I'm 52 years old, started several companies, sold a few companies. I'm very proud of that, fed my family and more. But Lanika and Robert, two things I'm seeing. I now understand why people want funding for their business. Before, I mean, I got it. I write about this. So you have to get the spirit I'm saying it, meaning the fact that I'm doing sales, even at this age I am, the maturity I am as a business owner, I think I'm at a new growth trajectory. Not yet. I'm not there to practice it yet, but you get what I'm saying, Robert. I saw your nod. I see your nod, Lanika. Like, I'm like, oh, if I get this worked out, now I understand I need a salesperson. If I get this worked out, I understand why I could maybe use some funding to do X, especially if I have the flywheel, I can see it before. So it's just, I'm looking at it different, but I must say a bit, Robert and Lanika, and I'll turn to you, Robert, for this first, is I'm beginning to feel a bit overwhelmed. Again, people know the Ramon Ray, you know, I have an image and it's a true image, but it's just behind the scenes. Now that I'm doing sales, which I've never done before, Robert,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a lever that's added on to all the other flashy stuff that I've done for years and I feel most comfortable. So I'm rethinking everything. I just what I'm trying to say clumsily. I'm rethinking everything, Robert, just because the sales piece, it's unlocked the possibilities. But I'm like, do you know what I'm trying to say, Robert? I'm
Yeah, I absolutely do. Absolutely. So two things. Number one, I'll back up to the funding statement for a second. Even if you are getting funding, seeking funding and getting funding, that's still an activity of sales, right? You've got to convince, persuade, influence the funder that the business idea that you have is worth funding, right? So that is sales right there, even before you think about the other sales activities of your business. What you're talking about as well, though, is, you know, at certain stages of life when we're bold and free and we feel like we've got the energy to do, we just operate. Here we go, Ramon, in our zone of genius. We just do what we do, right? We just, and we don't have the fears. And now you get 50, you get 51, 52, 53, whatever it is. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in the third quarter. I only have this amount of time left. Okay, what do I need to do?
That's what I'm saying.
Can I do it? Do I have the same runway? Do I have the same ramp to do some of those things? And you're like, oh my gosh, I really don't. I need to learn this new thing. And the truth is, we were already doing something great. It's just simply about now reassessing it and saying, okay, what was the great thing that I was doing? How was it working? What was the secret sauce inside of that? And how do I multiply that? Not necessarily with my own efforts, but how do I multiply that, leveraging the other resources that maybe, you know, farther behind me on the road and want to learn from me, or maybe there are other, you know, we got press staffing, right? How can I get press staffing to do the stuff that I don't necessarily have the time to do right now, nor do I like it, right? But I have some different ideas around it. I know how to delegate it. I know how to lead it. I know how to strategize it. And now I can give it to somebody else to do. But I've been used to doing it myself for so long that, that's a hard transition for some. So I think that's the piece that you and I may struggle with, that transition.
Yeah.
But Lanika don't know, Robert, because we talk about when you get to 50s, Lanika's like, she's like 20 years away from that.
Man.
She's like 25. She
started a business at 5.
Man, 50 knocked me upside my head already.
You don't know it, Robert. And maybe
I chased me down like, woo.
And maybe even I get press staffing to be a strategic partner or something. Because if I get press staffing, maybe I get the founder too. We'll see. Well, can you hear that? We may get another partner here. Go ahead, Lanika.
Sales, I think, it's really important that if you may be a good salesperson. So I had a boss once and I tried to explain this to him. You may be a good salesperson, but when you are focused on sales and you're refusing to hire someone else to do the sales, you can't focus on the growth of your business. So you become the bottleneck. So when you're unavailable, say you're speaking somewhere, say you're just busy doing something else in your business, and you're not able to sell, now you're the bottleneck and now sales aren't going forward. So I think it's, whoa, what was that, Robert? I saw a little montage, like Robert had a little. Oh,
sorry, no, I hit a button.
It
was
Woo! He hit the button. He didn't, Lanika. It was very strategic. It's like a little
I was like, that was kind of cool.
I saw Robert's guest just briefly yesterday. You know, we were practicing for his thingamajiggy coming up. You're practicing for this, you know, doing a test run. And man, he's got, you know how you have the organ in the church, like all the stuff?
Yeah.
He's got like that. All kind of buttons, just 1 inch below the screen, like all kind of stuff he was hitting. Man, this guy, yeah, that.
Oh,
That's
look at that. You need to come to California and set up my whole situation over here.
Oh yeah, we do that.
Let's go.
Yeah, we do
Let's
that.
go.
Yeah, I'll invoice you. Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
I can send all my team members. Robert, I may send him if he's free. No.
But yeah, anyway, to land my plane,
Yes.
a lot of entrepreneurs should just hire a sales rep. You know, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to hire. And I hear this all the time from entrepreneurs. I'm going to hire somebody, but they're going to be commission only. You will not hire anybody. I promise you, you are going to struggle. No one's going to work for commission only in this economy. So you need to figure out how they're going to pay for themselves and come up with a base salary that you can pay them. And there's lots of different ways that you can structure it, but figure out a way to pay them a base salary plus commission. My sales reps get 80% of the first month's revenue. So they get their base salary plus 80% of the first month's revenue from their sale. And that makes them very, very happy. So
it's not bad at all. And no, thank you for that. And Mary Lynn, by the way, thank you for about Facebook, Mary Lynn. I didn't know I could add Facebook while I was live on live stream. So I decided to, because Facebook definitely is, and LinkedIn wasn't there. Anyways, I thought I got the dates mixed up, Robert and Lanika, when I was calendaring this show on Sunday. Long story, so I kind of messed with things. But Mary Lynn, thanks for shouting that out. Favor, if you're there, I know you maybe hear me, brother. I don't know if you're going to Creative Con when we do it next year, but Favor, we had some bougie sandwich, whatever it was nice, but it wasn't. We had it. Favor, remember, Favor, I came there wanting a steak, and like, oh, we don't serve steak, and then me and TM Hyman had to get in the car and go. Favor, so Favor, you gonna join me for some steak next year at Creative Con? Favor?
Oh yeah, definitely. We got to make sure the steak is right this time, you know, and they got to do it on time so that we don't have to rush to the airport.
Oh yeah, don't he have a voice too, Robert and Lanika? You heard that voice? I mean, when he said
money,
that's a radio voice, right?
That's money.
Listen, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. Don't miss out. If you haven't signed up yet, haven't subscribed yet to zoneofgenius.com, you want to go there and sign up to not miss out on the strategies that you can get your business. If you don't believe me, you can ask Julie Loken. She is the biggest fan and supporter of Ramon Ray and zoneofgenius.com. I do sincerely appreciate you, Julie Loken, producer of Creative Con. Here, my friend Lanika Johnson. You want to grow your business, you want to get to the next level, you definitely want to check out Press Staffing. Press Staffing, yes, that is with 3 S's, pressstaffing.com. Check out Lanika Johnson. I use Press Staffing. You should too. It sounds like a radio host commercial, like one of the commercials. You should, you know what I'm saying, Robert? You should too. Check out pressstaffing.com. Put Ramon Ray in the discount code and see what happens. Probably nothing, but pressstaffing.com. Definitely do that. My friend, other friend, Robert Kennedy does a number of things, but for today, I'm just going to celebrate Amplify Voice and Video Summit.com. Definitely, I encourage you all to check that out. Amplify Voice and Video Summit.com. And Lanika, after the show, let us know your landing page and all that. I know you got some things going, but it's hard in real time to type it up and all that kind of stuff. Amplify Voice and Video Summit.com. And definitely check out what I'm doing this evening, a training. I've never done training like this before. How Ramon Ray gets corporate clients. And you can see that at bit.ly/getcorporateclients. bit.ly/getcorporateclients. You put BWC in the discount code box, we'll charge you double. Get corporate clients, bit.ly/getcorporateclients. Definitely glad you all are here today. Christina Howard, thank you for being Johnny on the pump, Johnny on the spot, whatever you call that, in the Facebook and amplifying all those things. Appreciate it. Let me take a pause here real quick. Anybody on the BWC side, which is the beauty of this technology, and you don't have to if you're in listening mode, enjoying it, washing dishes, getting your kids out the door, no problem. But the reason I came to Mary Lynn and said, Mary Lynn, I'd love to do a show on BWC is because we can talk to people in real time and get some engagement, get your questions. I'll pause for a second or two. Tell me your name and jump on in if you like.
Hey, Ramon.
Hey,
Jeannie.
Dr. Jeannie. How are you? Dr. Jeannie, it's good to hear your voice. Y'all check out my friend, Dr. Jeannie Snyder, who's an amazing, amazing person of all things, podcast and more, and helps you get into your brilliance and zone of genius as well. Dr. Jeannie, the mic is yours.
Well, I was just saying, I mean, what if you've already bought a ticket and paid to come to both your event tonight and Robert Kennedy's event tomorrow and the next day.
You know what?
I mean, what about that?
That would be amazing. You know what we should do? I
Do I
think
get like
we
a
should.
free frying pan or something like that?
If you'd like a
Ginger
free
nice
frying pan, Dr.
set.
Jeannie, I will find the
Yeah.
cheapest one from China with
That's
no
okay.
tariffs, and I will send it to you.
Oh boy.
No tariffs.
Good
Tell
luck.
me how you do that so I can get on that bandwagon.
Dr.
All
Jeannie,
right, he's
thank
back to
you.
talking trash again. Here we go.
Dr.
Here we
Jeannie,
go.
thanks for
He's
being
taking
here.
over.
So we're
And by
gonna
the
about
way,
to give out a Suzanne Summers Thigh Master or something like
there
that.
we go. There we
Hey,
go.
now she only made millions. She only made bazillions on it. How
Dr.
you
I
feel
Jeannie,
know.
about it?
can you tell us what you learned the past 30 days, Dr. Jeannie? Tell us a bit who you are. Give us a little nugget while you're here with my friend Robert Kennedy, my friend Lanika. I get my third friend, Dr. Jeannie Snyder here. Dr. Jeannie, if you mind, you have a minute. If you can't do it right now, no problem. But I'd love to just hear a bit more from you, what you learned, a little tip from you, and then remind us all who you are and who you serve if you can, if you have the time to do that today, if you're able.
Well, thank you, Ramon. I will talk about, well, I'll tell you what I do. I help people. I don't help people. Kim Walsh-Phillips get on to me for saying that. I work with people who are genius, and we look at where insight spark action. So executive suite, leadership teams, individual entrepreneurs. And I do that as being as a speaker, an MC, an executive coach. So we're looking for things that really spark people to get traction in their businesses. And that is what I do. And I do that with a whole area of figuring out what your genius is and then try to help you pull that out even more. But what I've learned over the last 30 days, think about that. I had a big travel series. I was on the road for about 8 weeks. And I think what I learned over the past 30 days, I've really been, it's a good question, Ramon, because I've been thinking about it, is what I learned from travel.
Yeah,
And
there's a lot.
it's interesting because, what I learned from travel, because I love to see obviously different areas of the world, but also different people. And the individual conversations I had is where I learned the most. Asking people questions, you and I talk about that. We talk about asking people questions and listening for what we can pull from them and what their genius is. But it also is how we incorporate those when we get back. So I think what I've learned is how much I continue to learn when I travel. It's my favorite thing. And also, but being intentional, in fact, I just told ChatGPT this morning, they were helping me with some CTAs. And I thought, you know what, you've given me a CTA. So how do we apply that on our own call to action to get things done when we get back from that travel? So learning how to do that more quickly. I think that's what I'm learning right now, in the process of learning that right now.
I love that, Dr. Jeannie. And as you may know, Dr. Jeannie, I'll be going to London this Friday at an event. So I'm excited about that.
And I'm going with you, carrying your bag.
I love
what
it.
I heard. It's what I heard.
What you heard, indeed.
Big into
AdCon
customer
UK.
service. I can do that.
And what's exciting about this, Dr. Jeannie, and I want you to jump in as well, Robert and Lanika, on this, but is that, and I'll pause first to see if anybody else on BWC, but is that I'm going there to speak at AdCon. That's through relationships, Lanika, relationships. Devon Brown, who's a Tony Robbins kind of circle of guy and hosts Funnel Hacking Live. You may know him, Robert. I'm going to speak on his behalf, as it were. Actually, me and Robert are doing similar things. Devon can't make it. He said, Ramon, can you go in my stead? We figured out what works. I'm like, say less. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. That's exactly. Yeah, that's funny, Robert. Devon can't go. I'm speaking for him in UK. A big client of mine, big brand, said, Ramon, can you speak for us? I couldn't go. I tapped my man, Robert Kennedy. So it's beautiful how the world flows. It's wow.
That's how it works.
Yeah, Dr. Jeannie. And so and thank you, Summer. One, that's relationships. Summer Owen. Summer, it's so good to see you here. Thanks for being here, Summer.
Hey, Summer.
Isn't Summer amazing, Robert Kennedy?
She's fantastic. Y'all got to go check out So What.
Yeah, Summer Owens, her story, her community, her nonprofit, her business. She's always a radiant of smile when I see her, all that she's doing. So, but relationships. And then I'm going to speak at another event in UK as well. And this same event said, oh, Ramon, we have another big event coming up this fall. Can you come back and speak? So my point is that we know this, we grown folk here, relationships. Before I bring Lanika and Robin to the conversation, let me just pause one more time. Anybody else on the BWC side wanted to jump on in? Michelle McClain, good to see you here. As always, just love how you show up and shine. Let me pause for, 2 seconds. 1, 2. Wonderful.
Hello, Raman. Sorry, I have a question.
Hey, Tidy, good to see you. How do you pronounce your name, Tidy?
Tidy is fine.
Tidy, what's going on? How you pronounce? Good to have you here. Please jump on in.
Okay. Thank you for all that you've been doing and amazing session so far. I've while I was on the like during the conversation while it started, I've heard of LinkedIn and sales leads and all of that. But one part I've not heard us discuss today is the aspect of maybe cold DMs, especially via Instagram. I'm a graphic and web designer based in the United Kingdom, and I remember way back in 2020, 2021, it was very much easier to like randomly text potential clients and customers and tell them this is what you do and all of that and all of that. And they as long as their ideas resonate with yours, they text you and at least you guys get to work together and all of that. I haven't done that in a while, but I noticed that people that have been doing that these days get their accounts banned, especially Instagram. So I would also like to at least get into cold DMs recently, especially Instagram. But I wouldn't want to. I don't know if there's been people that have been also been able to like send cold DMs on Instagram these days, and there's a particular strategy they use that would not allow their account to be banned or disabled. Because I heard of someone spoke of maybe picking up the numbers and calling and all. Yeah, I don't think not everybody would have that luxury of time every day to maybe pick up phone calls and hello, hello, hello. But I feel cold DMs, even while you're in the kitchen, while you're like doing something, you could just pick up your phone and text the clients. So I don't know if anybody has been handling cold DMs, particularly on Instagram lately. I would also like them to discuss how
I got you.
their trip has been. Yeah, in order
Tidy,
to avoid being
I
banned.
got you. I'm gonna give you a
Thank you.
master class right now in DMs and IG. You have caught me at the right time. And if I come out a bit hot and angry, it's because I'm gonna read some things to you right now from IG. I'm gonna read it, and then I want to bring in Robert Lanika, who I'm sure can add color and add expertise to this as well. So, Tidy, stay with me here. Here's the last 4 IGs I have. I'm looking at my phone right now in the general folder. I'm going to read the first word of the last one that one person sent me. Hey.
Yep.
Hey. 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 I save it. It's therapy. It's therapy. I geek out on it, Robert. And I heard your yep, so you know where I'm going. Hey. Hey. 4 million emojis. Tidy. Here's the next one from William. Hey. Hey, you already get my point. I could keep doing it if this was not live. I just, you know, Robert, you get the point. From Bellin, yeah. I'm sure Bellin is a nice guy, Tidy. I'm sure, or girl, I'm not sure. I think it's a guy. Hi, hi, hi. My point is, here's my 2 cents on this, Tidy. Then I'll bring in Robert, and then Robert, you tag Lanika. Is that, again, this is just Ramon riffing off the dome, okay? IG banning turns out when the recipient probably gets tired of you over time or just immediate, and clicks the button and says, you're banned. End of story, meaning says, you know, Lanika or Robert, just boom, they spam me, and IG probably reacts to that. It doesn't happen, I don't think, automatically, but most likely, you DM somebody blindly, they just didn't like how you rolled on them, and they hit the spam or whatever button they hit. And or you did that to a few people, and Ramon, Lanika, and Robert did it, and we didn't know each other. We just did it. We didn't like how you rolled. So that's one. Number 2, I did share about LinkedIn DMing, and I'm not sure if there's a difference between LinkedIn and IG, but I do find, again, just off the dome here today, that LinkedIn seems to be a bit different because I'm doing LinkedIn DMing. I don't think I've been banned, but mine are authentic. There's no, hey, it's literally mostly, hey, Lanika, how are you? I see you're in charge of press staffing. You have a freelance agency. I'm Ramon Ray. I've worked with many freelance agencies, helped them grow. Could we have a call? I don't think that she's going to ban me. She'll ignore me probably or say yes or no. We're good. I do that kind of thing a lot, Tidy, and it's working for me to my right fit audience, and it's relatively customized to them. So that's number 2. And then 3, I'm going to tag you, Robert, is the aspect. Then you tag Lanika, Robert, is the aspect of is IG. IG just feels, I don't know, it just feels different. I don't get the, you know, from the XXX, come and see me, come to my peep show. I don't get all that on LinkedIn, but I get a mishmash of weirdness on IG. So, Robert, thoughts, insight on that? Tidy's question about just DMing and does it work or not? I think it does work. I just think there's a lot of bad actors out there, which make it hard for the good actors. But Robert, let me hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah. Well, so as we were talking about sales earlier, it's the question that some people are asking inside of this. They're not asking, does it work? They're asking, does it work quickly? right? Because some people are like, okay, if I send one DM, does it give me a right? And sometimes, if you're really good, it
Mhm.
might. But in the majority of cases, people are DM'd so much. They've got so many different marketing mechanisms. They've got so many different things coming at them. You've got to build relationships, or you've got to disrupt the pattern. You've got to disrupt their attention so well
Mhm.
that they say, "Oh, okay. Who's this Ramon guy? Yes, he's speaking my language. He's worked with these organizations before. I just happen to be on here looking, and he's gotten my attention in that way, right? In my case, it depends on who I'm talking to. I'm not always looking to say, okay, let me get their attention and let me sell to them. Sometimes I'm just trying to get on their radar for the first time. So I'll send a DM saying, hey, yeah, not hey, but my name's Robert. I'm a speaker, or I say, hi Joshua. I'm a speaker. I noticed that you are the director of education for this association. I'm a speaker, and I'm looking to connect with education directors such as yourself, right? And then here's the pattern disrupt. So, quick important question: Snickers or Reese's Pieces? Right? And then, so I'll get a response that usually says, "LOL, OMG, Robert, Snickers all day."
And you got what you wanted.
Right.
Now we can start
that's
a
it.
conversation.
Yes.
Now we can start a conversation, right? And so, a lot of times I get all of these, both on IG and LinkedIn. I get these, oh, I noticed that you did a video. Would you like some feedback on your video? No, I would not.
No.
I put my heart and
But it's
soul in
okay,
that video.
But Robert, it's okay. I don't mind it. I respect that hustle. It's not perfect, but
No. I respect it. It's just not what I'm going to respond to right away. That's all, so.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Lanika. Tag. There you go.
All right, I'm tagging in. So I just kind of have a different approach to Instagram, because Instagram it's a community of people that follow you because they're interested in what you're posting. Right there, it's not like LinkedIn. You're on there really for business relationships, to build those. Right on Instagram, I do a lot of DMing on Instagram, but guess who I'm DMing? I'm DMing people who are on my mailing list.
So they know it's reconnection 1 degree.
Yes.
I like that.
So it's, so I am actually going in and saying, hey sis, I saw that you signed up, on the mailing list. Did you know that this was happening this week? Right? Did you get your invitation to this? Are you getting updates on, on these things? Are you getting our newsletter? So that is how I DM people, because on Instagram, you're trying to build a community more so than just sell something. On LinkedIn, you're looking to close deals, right? You're looking for that kind of relationship on LinkedIn. On Instagram, you have to think about it as most of the people that follow you just hit follow because they saw some video that they liked, right? Or some post that they liked, and they're following you. They don't know you from Adam, right? So if they don't know you, they don't want to hear from you. they just don't. And I know I get so many DMs from people because I have press staffing, hey, I'm, I do this or I do that. And I just have, I just tell them, hey, go talk to somebody over at press staffing. This is not what this page is for. Right. But I'm nicer than most people. Most people will just ignore you. The people that I DM, and I get most of the time a response back is, hey, because they've already opted in. Hey, I saw that you signed up for the newsletter. Are you getting it? Do you know that we're having an event this week? Do you need the link again? And most of the time, I get a response and people will, oh, I didn't see the link. Thank you for sending it. I'll go sign up right now. So it's how you're using it.
Absolutely, Nika. And Tidy, on the BWC side, I hope that was helpful for you. I'm glad you're here. And I know it's frustrating. It's frustrating to build business overall. It's not easy, Tidy. And Julie, I saw your vote on Reese's peanut butter cups here.
That's me.
Yes.
Before we close it, I hate to be so ornery and contentious, Robert Lanika. but Robert never fails to trigger something in me, a fight or an issue. So Robert, I'm gonna see. Robert's like, bring it. He looks stoic, like his chest is out. He's like, what? What do you have to say, Ramon, about Reese's Pieces versus Snickers? Bring it, boy. So give me a minute, Robert, and I'm gonna explain my issue with you in this Reese's Pieces and Snickers. And then Lanika, you're gonna jump in. Lanika, please be on my side this time, please. Lanika, I can't take it.
Aren't I always?
Okay. Yeah, it depends on the issue. But so, hey everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. We are live on Breakfast with Champions. Those who thought Clubhouse was dead, it is not. If you're lonely or if you are alone, Breakfast with Champions is really, honestly, a community I've been in for the past 5 years or so. Faith, fitness, finance, family, mental health, relationships, money, building businesses, just having fun, children, issues, all the kind of things. We have such an eclectic mix of hosts and speakers. I look here right now, I'm seeing Tori and Adrian and Chris is here and Chima and Christina, so many others here on this platform, Jackie and so many here on a regular basis, Michelle and Mary Lynn and Favor and Trish, and so many are here. So if you're looking for a great community, Breakfast with Champions is quite alive and well. Download the Clubhouse app and check out Breakfast with Champions. I go there in the morning because I'm alone and I'm lonely in the morning. Okay, let me just stop because it's going to come out all wrong what I'm saying.
And if you need a loan, you can go to the Money OBGYN in the Breakfast with Champions group. I don't know.
There we go. I love it. And definitely check out Robert Kennedy. Amplify Voice and Video Summit. Robert, you are too much. Amplify Voice and Video Summit. Robert, I love you. You're an amazing human. Can't wait for people to go to that. Robert, give me one reason. Why should people go there? Amplify Voice and Video Summit. Robert, one reason.
One reason you should go is because Ramon Ray is coming to speak about how to build a brand with your voice. That's why.
There we go. Amplify Voice and Video Summit. I'm going to ask you the same question, Lanika. Why should people go to PressStaffing.com? What is behind that? What's the thing that they should know about PressStaffing.com?
You should go to Press Staffing because you are overwhelmed and you cannot wear all the hats and do all the things and keep your sanity. So if you're looking for freedom in your business and you're looking to delegate and not duplicate, then you need to go to PressStaffing.com and get you some help.
Indeed. Delegate and not duplicate. I love it.
We're bringing the sexy pitches this morning. Come on.
Yeah, we should have we should have a pitch fest on here one day, Robbie. You should host it, like pitching and getting people up here. And then don't
Let's
forget,
go.
Today I have training with my colleague and my friend, my partner, Adrian Simpson, how you can get corporate clients. Thank you, Dr. Jeannie, and many others for investing in these programs. Appreciate you. And even if you can't attend live, the replays, I'm sure on Robert's, I'm guessing, and I know on mine will be available. Get Corporate Clients, bit.ly/get corporate clients. You definitely want to check that out. It's been fun. We got 10 more minutes to go. The show is not over. Thank you, Dr. Jeannie. Let me see what Dr. Jeannie said. I love this show. Ramon is the best host in the world, the best host in the world. He could do this show all by himself, but he has Robert Kennedy, Lanika here as well. No, it didn't say that. I just edited some things that I saw. Dr. Jeannie, thank you so much for being here. And Robert goes live Mondays, or is it daily, Robert? You go live?
Mondays at 7 a.m.
Mondays at 7 a.m. Robert goes live. So if you like Robert and what he's doing, Lanika, she's got some popping content on platforms. So you better buckle up when you eat her stuff. A little spicy for sure. So again, everybody, let me pause on the BWC side. Not pause, but get their input. Anybody on the BWC side? And Chris, it's always good to see you here, Chris. I will, first impressions matter. And Robert and Lanika, I was at Creative Con, hosted and produced by Julie Loken and her partner, Dominic. And Creative Con, it's going to take place next year. You can look out for information about it. I've already bought my ticket, Creative Con, look it up with an 8. And Chris was one of the first people, as it were, that I met, and her partner at the event. I forgot the lady's name, but her partner at the event. And Chris was there. And what I love so much about Chris, and this is just, again, I'm seeing her in the BWC, as I refresh you here, she's first here for me. Just Lanika and Robert, what I like, especially regarding events, somebody who's confident. It's so important. That just makes me feel confident. Like they know what they're doing, right. But they're friendly, or like when they tell you to sit down, like Chris had to rule the room sometimes. She didn't scream at us, but she didn't let the chickens go all over the place. You know what I'm saying, Lanika and Robert? Like one of those people like, hi, Miss Johnson, glad you're here. Sit down there, please. Not sit, y'all. She didn't go there, but she kind of, she knew what she was doing. So, Chris, that is a compliment to you. Trust me on that. BWC, anybody want to jump on in before we get ready to land this plane at 8 minutes? Thank you, Amber. Great energy. That's what we
everybody.
try to do. Hey, please.
Hi, Ramon. It's Julie.
Julie, good to hear your voice. Talk to us.
Lanika, I'm watching you on YouTube too, and boy, do you guys look good today.
Thank you.
I just want to tell Robert Kennedy, I got to chat with him last week. Amplify is going to be amazing. My husband was listening in, Ramon, so you always have to think about what you say. Because I'm lonely. I'm like, what? It's like, I'm going to Amplify with R3. Okay, you're lonely. Maybe I need to work here. Anyway, love RK3 and all you guys.
Julian, thank you for being an amazing supporter of so many people, an amazing amplifier, Julie Loken. And I really can't wait for Creative Con. I know it's going to be a poppin' amazing event. I will be there. Creative Con, if you listen, it's the time. I've already bought my ticket. I bought my ticket and I'm in the inner circle. I'm in the bubble. I could have said, Julie, can you slide me a free one? I bought my ticket. So y'all should definitely check out Creative Con. We'll be talking more about that in the coming weeks and days as we get some things ready. But thank you, Julie Loken, for being there for sure. And yeah, and I did mean that about loneliness. It came wrong, Lanika and Robert. Maybe we can, I don't want to end on this in a negative way, but I'll throw it to you first, Lanika. And what I meant by it, I think y'all knew what I meant. You know, you wake up in the mornings, for those who are creators and work in our home offices. Everybody works in a different scenario. I don't know what's left and right around you, Lanika. I don't know what's left and right around you, Robert. No, Robert, you don't have to show it off. You don't have to hit little buttons. I'm not asking for you to put a drone in the office. No. But I'm saying, I don't see.
Oh, Lord.
I love it. But you don't know what's around the people, Lanika. And at me, here at 5 a.m. when I wake up, it's just me. There's no 4 people even in the office around. There's no, hey, good morning. How was the game? There's not that. We're human. God has made us this way, Lanika. We can't fight it. No, right. Nobody wants. That's why the farmers, you don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com. See, come on, y'all.
I did not know where you were going with that, but
that's
okay.
A sponsorship right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
All the people. All the people.
This is what I mean about BWC when I say lonely alone, is that we need these places. What we're doing here, Robert and Lanika. Thank you all for saying yes to me. Can I do a show? And Robert, you can do the whole show solo. You can do a whole show, Lanika. But there's beautiful that once a week can come together, have fun, which is my first priority. Even if we don't say nothing smart, we got to have fun. Some people are reversed. That's just not me. I'd rather have fun and nothing, no substance. Right. And then second of all, we have substance. But Lanika, pull on any thread you want. I talked about loneliness and all these things. But Lanika, where you want to take this ship? Take it wherever you like. Mike is yours.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think what people are looking for now is community, because we are so detached from each other. You know, technology allows us to feel connected without really being connected. And there's a lot of lonely people out there right now. You know, there's literally a male loneliness epidemic I've been reading. So, you know, I think that communities like this are important to find your people. Some of the people that I'm closest to are people that I've met online over the years, right? And built great relationships with. So those relationships, you know, can be real, and you can bring them into the real world. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that people are looking for somewhere that they can belong, right? Like the old Cheers song. You want to go where everybody knows your name, like that whole thing.
This week we just sing this week. I mean,
what is it? Like, it's in my head. It's in my head. They're just coming to me. I'm just having these like jingles, these songs just coming to me.
That's Mary Lynn's language. She knows all. Mary Lynn knows all the shows, all the people, all the bands. Sometimes I think she makes stuff up just to mess with my head. But see, you talk Mary Lynn's language now. Robert Kennedy. Take this plane, brother, wherever you would like to take the plane. The mic is yours.
Yeah, we're talking about loneliness, and I believe that one of the reasons we're even having this Amplify event is because I believe that your voice is one of the best ways to create community, right? Because we can sit in our lonely space and we can, get depressed, or we can say, we can be isolated, but ultimately, we want something different. Ultimately, we're feeling lonely because we want community, because we want companionship, because we want business, because we want to be around other people. And so one of the best ways to do that is, okay, I've got this story, I've got this experience, I've got this stuff that I've gone through. Let me use my voice and share that, because guess what? Somebody else, Ramon may have gone through something like that. Lanika may have gone through something like that. Julie may have gone through something like that. Mary Lynn may have gone through, TM Hyman may have gone through something like that. And when they hear me share my story, when they hear me use my voice, they now become attuned or connected to me. And so you want connection, you want companionship, you want to get rid of your loneliness. Let's figure out how to amplify your voice so that you can transform and you can make a difference.
I came out too slow with that lower. I should have had a lower third fade in, as you said, so you can amplify your voice. Love it, everybody. Robert Kennedy, I want you to join me in this. I didn't even want to end it here, but I'm just going to end it here. I have a message to men, Robert, and I want you to join me in this. I know the kind of man you are. Love and relationships and all those things. And Lanika, join me in too. I'll give you the last word because this dovetails the stuff you post, Facebook. Love and relationships are so important. But my message to men, the dark, slimy, evil, low margin, low bucket, bottom of the pole men, the abusers, the terrible bad men, who me and Robert are not. I know you want a woman's attention, whether it's online, you don't know her, she's a stranger, she's in your church, she's in your community, wherever she is. But let's be good men. Let's be good men and respective of our women. Flirt with them. Tell me you want to buy him a drink. Say, may I? Whatever. Do all the things. Go for it. My wife, 30 years of marriage. Trust me, I had to beat out 2 other low-class, stupid men, some Marine guy who thought he was all that, some guy bringing her poetry, and then me. See, you triggered me now. I get courting. I just walked with her down Flatbush Avenue every day. Woo! And I got her. So men, do all the good things that we men can do to attract a woman's attention. But be men of honor, be good men. I can go on that whole day, but I felt to just bring that because we're talking about DMing and all that. DM a woman, no problem. But approach her well. And I think y'all, we grown folks, y'all get what I mean. I don't think there's any men hearing my voice like that. But let's men, let us spread the word to other men to be men of honor. Robert, talk about that real quick. Lanika, I'll give you the last word and then we'll close out.
Yeah, I even want to go wider than that. I think we live in a world where there's so much drama, there's so much hate, there's so much stuff online, there's so much trolling. People say stuff and put stuff just to get a reaction out of people. I just want people to be kind. Be kind. Be nice. Be kind. It doesn't cost anything. It's free to be kind to other people. That doesn't mean that you're weak. That doesn't mean that you're soft. That doesn't mean that people will run over you. It just means that you're being human and that you're recognizing that other humans live in this world, and be kind.
I love it. Lanika, please close us out with something cool.
Yeah, real simple. The internet is not a real place. Get out into the real world, meet real people. The things people say to you on the internet are just things that they're saying, just like Robert said, to get a reaction. The internet is not a real place. And that's it.
I love it. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. I encourage you, check out AmplifyVoiceAndVideoSummit.com. AmplifyVoiceAndVideoSummit.com. What is it? Well, just read what I just said. AmplifyVoiceAndVideoSummit.com. It's pretty obvious. My friend, my guy, Robert Kennedy, co-host. Definitely check out what I'm doing later on today. Training for how you can get corporate clients, bit.ly/getcorporateclients. And the amazing Lanika Johnson, her amazing company, Press Staffing, to get help in all the things in your business. Have a great evening, everybody. A great morning, everybody. Go out and make a difference. Join me on Breakfast of Champions if you want a little pitter patter and chitter chatter and whatever else we call the things. And if you're lonely, join me on Breakfast of Champions too. Robert, I love you and appreciate you. Lanika, I love you and appreciate you. Y'all have a great day as we close the video.